Let's take a blast from the past with some bad lads in Sergeant Major New York is getting after the best of. Let's go.
Will be under the control of two British Army Sergeant Majors. Richard Nuyakis, who served in Kosovo and Bosnia.
It looks like she didn't. It looks like you ate everything. Did you steal food off people? No.
You know, why does it make me laugh? Am I that juvenile? Because he's in the UK and he says the exact same thing they would say at Paris Island. And I know the history and everything else, but it's still great. You gotta love it that they get after you. And this guy's even having a hard time not laughing, the fat kid.
So why are you so large? Didn't I say that there was a pufter somewhere in this platoon? Did I not say it?
Yes, Corporal!
Did you all stand there and flatly deny that you were not pufters?
Yes, Corporal!
So why do you two want to sleep in the same bed?
Now, does he care they're pufters, right? Does he care if they're gay? No. Did he give him instruction to do something right the first time? Yes. It wasn't sleep in the same bed, dumbass. It was get in front of a rack and stand at attention, I'm sure. And they're at the same bed. I get it.
Get on the bed, lay down. Get on the bed, lay down. You, get on the bed next to him, lay down.
Top and tails.
No. You wouldn't top and tail if you were in love, would you? You would lay next to him, wouldn't you? Do you want to lay next to him?
No, Corporal!
Everybody, move down one space. You, get in the bed you're supposed to be in.
Smashed in the face, wouldn't it? Because it is down at that end.
This is another good example, right? So it's some sort of mess kit as for the British military. And, you know, it's like an inspections for us, say, in boot camp, when they say lay all your shit out. It's got to be laid a certain way, impressed, and spit shine. You don't do it. And they probably say, put your utensils here. Here's how you do it. Here's where you put it. Do it right. Now, what's the point? The point is, if you can't manage your utensils, your mess kit, how are you going to clean a weapon? Can't clean a weapon, the weapon doesn't go bang. If it's just about you, it'd be one thing. But in the off chance you do go somewhere and have to make a weapon go bang, you want it to be clean. So other people, potentially, Sergeant Major New Yorkers could have been working with. And they have a family. So that's really what this boils down to.
Up at that end and sort of smiling in the middle. Should it be confused on the end of your bed?
No, Corporal.
Where would it be better suited being confused?
Under the bed, Corporal.
Really? Okay, get your bed box and put it under your bed.
He's got the same voice as all the Marine Corps drill instructors, that froggy voice, right? And usually it comes from a lot of yelling. Those guys were young. It wasn't like they were smokers, but all the yelling, I think it damages their vocal cords, but it does warm my heart to hear that.
Talk to it and cheer it up. And when it comes back out, make it nice. It will not be happy unless you talk to it. Copeland, talk to the frigging bed box.
Okay, Corporal. Come on, bed box.
Now, we had a guy that could not keep his thumb along his hand when we did drills. So we did port arms, his thumb would stick out. And he just could not do it. And so he had to walk around saying, thumb along the hand, thumb along the hand, behind the platoon, like Private Pyle in Full Metal Jacket, over and over and over. And I just remember that. I used to dream about it. And he just could not get it. So that kind of stuff happens because you get people from all over, all walks of life, and sometimes you wonder how they made it to the recruiting station.
I take great offence at waking up a room full of men and somebody has the audacity to stand by the end of the bed with an erection. Who was it? It couldn't have been you. You can't get an erection. If it happens again, I will kick it until such time as it becomes unerect. Do you understand?
Yes, Corporal.
Now, I can say, you know, that's funny. I've never had that happen to me, or do I remember that in boot camp. They used to say they put saltpeter in your food. Whatever that is, I don't know. But the point was it wouldn't give you an erection. I don't know what they did. Maybe we're just so exhausted that it never happened because, you know, young guys, it happens. So it happened to this young guy. Now, that would be embarrassing. If you guys ever seen that, maybe it was in a football camp, soccer camp or something where it happened. Someone was standing there and they couldn't put the tent down.
One section!
I don't want him, Sergeant.
Unlucky!
Once more, from the right number, and finish something.
You know, recruits do the dumbest shit. And so you see him put his hand over his face. It's like, I cannot believe this dumbass. Why? Why is he in my section or platoon, right?
Life, while you still can.
Don't want to.
Don't care.
You know, what gets me about that clip there is he really does care, you know, for the show, probably for the show too. These guys really, for the most part, the ones I've met of this generation, he's maybe a little bit older than me, really gave a shit. You know, somebody who stays in to become a sergeant major, that's a commitment. And they do give a shit about the troops. You see the jackasses that are politicians now, like the Shark Attack, Sergeant Major Thorntonberry, who are missing the point. But he's an old school guy. I can get it just from watching this video. I love those guys. They matter.
Capriano, you tosser. Do you know what I'm referring to?
No, Corporal.
Do you want me to help you? Do you want me to help you?
Yes, Corporal.
What do you think? You should cast your mind back to you coming back from the toilets. Ablutions. Which wasn't a million years ago, was it?
No, Corporal.
It's all right.
What's in it? Corporal.
Don't mind. Oh, look at your face.
It's so classic, you know. We never had a chance, obviously, in boot camp, but you'd be out in the field or something. You'd say, you know, what's in this bug juice? And they'd say something just to get you going. You know, cyanide. He says bromide. I'm sure it's the same type of thing. It will kill you. You know what's not in there, but you look at it and you go, what kind of water is this made from? It looks disgusting.
And so convinced it's bromide, but it's just food
Do
dye.
you masturbate into your cup?
No, Corporal.
Because it's in the bottom there and it's all sticky and it's all horrible, isn't it? And it really should have. And there's a little hairy thing in there as well. Can you see that?
Corporal.
What would you do with this mug if you were me? And dirt there. You'd do what?
I'm just going to rinse it
You'd go and rinse it.
and make it clean, Corporal.
Okay, that's cool.
That happens so much in training, you know. You'll do something, they'll take it and they'll go, okay, like your Foot Locker, and just toss it. You know, and stuff breaks, you're missing stuff. You know, they tell you to do your Foot Locker a certain way. They look at it, you know, how your stuff's organized in there. You don't do it. Guess what happens? It gets turned over. Just like this, he says, you know, clean out your cup. There's some sort of inspection, right? They're going around checking out their gear. In this case, looks like a mess kit of some sort. It's not clean. You know, they say clean the cup. And clean means a lot of different things to different people. Maybe the hair in it's clean where he came from at home. But for most people, they don't get attention to detail. And that's the point of this. And why I laugh about it is because I've been that recruit, you know, that did not get the attention to detail they were trying to get through your thick skull.
Rinse it and make it clean then. The ablutions now. If anybody's in there, we're going to argue. And I will win. There's absolutely no point whatsoever in me tipping his bed up.
Can I have a go, Corporal?
At what?
Just tipping the bed over.
Yeah?
Oh, boy.
Now, just to keep you in practice, down that side, back up this side. You work as a section. The section should have laid his bed out, shouldn't they?
That's cool.
Away you go then, Stackers. You wanted to tip bed.
So we didn't have beds like that. We had racks. But I never had the opportunity to try to flip one because the drill instructors were good at flipping them, tossing them, wall lockers, foot lockers, and everything with violence, right? It's amazing what these little jokers can do. They can take a rack and toss it, and everything with it goes flying. They're like, get your shit now. Move now.
Over, go and tip beds over, son. No, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Am I making it sound like a request?
It's taken the lads hours to get their kit ready for inspection.
And that's where your smart mouth gets you. No, Stackers, look, watch a professional. That's how you tip a bed over. Away you go, hurry up, shut up.
And they'll make it where you spent hours getting your stuff ready for this inspection. Somebody's rack wasn't right, you know. And ultimately, the point is to get it right. But then if there's one person who's a weakling, you eventually square it away as a platoon, in this case, a section. You know, like the Full Metal Jacket example, rather extreme to have somebody who's that dumb as Private Pyle, but you do have guys that need correction. We used to get after them in the head. That would be the Marine Corps version of the bathroom, where they just get a little extra attention and they start figuring things out very quickly.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life.
So do you guys miss Bad Lads as much as I do? The viewers turned me on to it. And one last question. Do you think that could be produced and aired on British television today?